Well, good morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another stream. Welcome back to another trading session. I hope you're doing well. It is Friday, the end of the week as well. So just let me take this off. And yeah, it's 9:30 already. So I will go straight to the business here. I will mark the 9:30 open right away. So 9:30 open, it's here. And we'll talk about the plan for today's action as well in a couple seconds. Just let me mark this here. And here we go. So yeah, guys. Well, yesterday we didn't take any trades. It was a messy day for me. So this was, this was the price action from yesterday's AM session. So nothing that I really liked about it. So I decided to stay on the sidelines since the market didn't have any type of direction. And yeah, I decided to stay away from it. So today, what do we have here? We have some points of interest. We have previous day high, some buy side liquidity here. As you can see, these relative equal highs here. We still have previous day low as well, and previous week's low untapped as well. Today we will have 10 a.m. Red folder news, so I will wait for 10 a.m. to see what the market wants to do. And until there, I will talk about these levels. These are the quarters of the previous candles wick, the daily wick, as you can see here on the daily. I just marked it out. So price right now just bounced from the 25% of the wick, of the daily wick. So since we kind of bounced from here, it would be logical for price to keep going higher, eventually targeting this wick here, or eventually this previous day high. But honestly, looking into it, we have some trend line liquidity here on the 1 hour as well. So as you can see here, this trend line liquidity. And yeah, it's kind of we had some sort of a market maker sell model here. Then we manipulated down. this is some sort of consolidation and or accumulation, and I really would like to see price present as the buy side of the curve, eventually taking all of this liquidity here out. So right now I would be preferring to look for any type of longs, but I will give the market some time just to see if it wants to maintain its bullish side or not, since things are kind of crazy the last couple of days. We already have here the first presented fair value gap, I believe. So this is the 931 candle, 32. So yeah, we have the first presented fair value gap here. Event horizon, 9:30 open, 8:30 open, midnight open. So right now price is kind of in a premium. So buying here, it's kind of tricky. If you look into the daily range, so the previous daily range, which is previous day high, previous day low, the market came down here. It went to equilibrium on ES and kind of retraced back to the upside. So yeah, looking into the regular trading hours, we can see that buy side liquidity has already been taken here. So I would only look for shorts if we come down once again and eventually target the sell side liquidity as a regular trading hours here, and eventually lower prices is if price really comes down here. So right now, honestly, I'm prevailing the longs, but since it's Friday, I will be careful with it. I will not demand a lot from the market, since yeah, we can still make some damage here down below, because all this area here is untapped liquidity, and I would like to see how far this move to the upside will eventually stretch. So at this time, I will mark the 950 macro as well. So 950 to 1010 macro. I will push this a little bit higher. It would be interesting to see price coming straight up to the previous day high. And then as soon as we get into the 950 10 macro, it starts to show us some signs of reversal after taking this buy side liquidity. But right now, I will wait for it. So this right now, this inverted fair value gap is being worked out as a reclaimed fair value gap. So I would like to see it reclaimed, just to see price do something like this and go straight to this buy side liquidity here. I will not take any trades yet, just reading price right now. So looking at NQ and ES, they are doing some similar stuff, but NQ is a bit heavier. It's not that strong as ES is right now. So on the hourly, you can see that price is leaving a large wick to the downside. So let's wait. Let's wait and see how far this can eventually go. So far, price is reclaiming this fair value gap and is trying to move to the upside here. So let's see if it will run. Right now we have some sort of SMT forming on ES and NQ. So ES already took this high, which is the pre-market high, while NQ is not able to do so. Um, so yeah, let's wait. Let's wait. I will probably wait until 10 a.m. I don't think it is worth it to try anything before 10 a.m. So right now, this is an SMT in between ES and NQ, but I don't believe this SMT will hold since we need some displacement, and I would like to, and price would need to displace below the reclaimed fair value gap just to confirm this SMT. But anyways, I will mark it here on a chart. I'm just watching for a lower SMT, but yeah, there's no SMT here. Yeah, NQ is way is a bit heavy. It seems like it's weaker than ES. So let's see. Keep in mind that these levels here are acting as a support on price right now. So event horizon, 9:30 open, 8:30 open, and midnight open as well. Look at these relative equal lows here, which are kind of suspicious. We have some regular trading hours, sell side liquidity as well. So yeah, these are all levels that we have to keep in mind as well. I'm just looking for the opening range gap from today's action. So yeah, it's kind of a small gap. And yeah, price is pushing right now. NQ is a bit behind, but it seems like it will follow ES. So the previous day high is already marked here on a chart. This was a nice displacement, a nice breakaway gap that formed our fair value gap, our first presented fair value gap. So no, nice push here to the upside. It would be interesting to see really price coming and hitting buy side liquidity right at 950 or in between 950 and 10 or 1010. See how we are getting rid of this trend line liquidity here. These relative equal highs right now for me are the draw that I would like to see. But yeah, NQ seems like it's a bit heavy. The SMT is still in place here as well. So right now, yes, is falling. We have an SMT here. Which I already talked about. The SMT was followed by some displacement, but the reclaimed fair value gap is kind of holding for now. So kind of a strange price action here. At this point, I'm still waiting, just observing how price is behaving. If you look into the 15 minute, um, the 15 minute on NQ, it's kind of a messy price action. So that's why I'm giving time to the market to stabilize and eventually uh, decide what it wants to do. So nice rejection here from the reclaimed fair value gap. Price is still climbing here on ES. But so far, there's nothing that we could eventually do here. Even if you were right about the direction of the market, uh, yeah, the most logical thing was eventually giving permission to price to come for the first presented fair value gap, touching it eventually because it's still uh, it's still untapped. So the most logical thing would be placing a stop loss below it. And yeah, there is no good risk reward on it. So we are just observing for now. This is what I expected from price. So a retrace back into the reclaimed fair value gap and then a push to the upside in between 10 a.m. I would like to see NQ follow yes, but it's still weak. I don't I don't like how NQ is behaving right now. Seems like it's cooking something, and yeah, that can be tricky. So at this point, ES already managed to, just let me go to the 1 hour just to see. Whoops. Yeah, we managed to invert the 1 hour fair value gap, the bearish one, the 15-minute as well. Let me just check the 4 hour. Yeah, we are managing to work on this 4 hour fair value gap as well. So this is the 4 hour order block that ES is trying to work on. And so far, the bias that I had for today's price action is developing. So a long and bullish bias so far. Let me just push this a little bit. Yeah, that's better. So now let's see if this bullish fair value gap just holds. I would like to see it hold just to push price to the next draw, which is this here. But NQ is kind of ugly right now. Not like how NQ is behaving, honestly. There's still an SMT here in between ES and NQ. I will push the macro below, so 950 macro. If this gets inverted and we display slower, well, I don't know. I will not speculate. I will just wait for it. But so far nothing. So far nothing that we can work with. Nice reaction here on this fair value gap. So this could be some sort of a long position here. But yeah, I will not take it. It's not worth it. And since NQ is kind of holding ES back, I will wait until something better and cleaner happens. But yeah, this is what I'm expecting here. I'm expecting um, the macro to give some fuel to the upside here. It would be interesting, honestly, to see some sort of inversion here happening, but I'm also accepting another move higher, taking out previous day high. Let me just give another glimpse at. Yeah, we almost hit this buy side liquidity here on ES on the regular trading hours, but we kind of closed the opening range gap from yesterday's price action, so it can be enough. And now we need to head downstairs here and head south to close this one here. At this point, we are 5 minutes away um, from the news driver, so it's better to wait. Yeah, but NQ really struggling with this price action, honestly. Really struggling. I guess CS is the cleaner one, the cleanest price action today. So there we go. Price was not able to close below the midpoint of this fair value gap. So that to me is some sort of a bullish sign that price will keep going higher eventually to buy side liquidity as previous day high. But still, I will wait. I will not interact with this price action here. I was marking this setup here, which could eventually uh, be a setup in place right now. But watch how we left some relative equal lows here as well. So this to me is not that clean, honestly. Yeah, looking at in hindsight right now, we have some sort of accumulation pre-open. As soon as the market opens, we have the Judas swing, which is the manipulation, and then the distribution. So honestly, I didn't see this one, but kind of saw it right now. Uh, but yeah, this was some clean AMD, price action. Just let me check how far in terms of projection can we go. So the implied fib, yeah, it has some confluence. And if you look into what price is doing here, you can see that it came straight to -1, then it kind of stopped at -2, another pit stop at -2.5, and now we have -4 resting here above just to be fulfilled. But yeah, I guess I did well waiting for 10 a.m. news. There we go. 10 a.m. news, just displacing a little bit. But the SMT is still in place. So I really would like to see price coming a little bit higher and then giving us some weakness, or eventually it will keep rising to the upside. So right now we have this as a bullish macro, but keep in mind that the macro can eventually do some sort of inversion, or it can change the trajectory of price action. But right now we are inside of a bullish macro. So I was expecting some higher volatility here on the 10 a.m. news. But I think it's always better to stay away from this type of news driver, because we never know. We never know when these news can eventually take us out of a trade just because of a retrace or something like that. We'll take this out. Yeah, so far the bias is being fulfilled. It's happening. So the bullish structure is kind of in place. Still waiting here. So I will refresh this SMT since we are still not able to make a new high on NQ. And this one seems interesting. We kind of inverted this fair value gap here. There we go. See those relative equal lows. It's kind of odd if we manage to leave previous day high intact. But yeah, it can happen. Let me just check here. And let me see another one thing here. So opening range. Yeah, this wick, it almost came for the 75%. Nice displacement here. And on the regular trading hours, we managed to keep this, to purge it. I mean, so now we have the breaker as well. And I guess the model is being drawn right now. It's kind of a big stop loss here. So this one is getting inverted as well. Where do I have it? It's here. We'll wait a bit more. I would like to enter in a green candle and not these red candles here. But yeah, price is not giving me the opportunity to get in. That's unfortunate. Right back to the first presented fair value gap here. Let me just check the 2 minutes. Well, if price really comes that heavy to the downside, I mean, it will be hard to interact with it. Yeah, one-sided move here. I will not try to catch it or chase it. Beautiful delivery since the macro. Since we hit buy side liquidity inside a macro. But now I would like to see some sort of retracement to the upside, because at this point I will target probably these sell side points here. We have these relative equal lows here as well. Yeah, I would be interested in something like this. But honestly, I need to see some retracement here. Otherwise, if this is a straight move to the downside, I will not be able to catch it. So price now reacting here. Midpoint of the first presented fair value gap. Take this one out. Yeah, this would have been a good trade, honestly. with a with a large stop loss, it's a 8 handle stop loss, but it would be a nice one. But now I need to see some sort of retracement here. I will not chase price inside of this inverted fair value gap here on the 15 minutes, because we can go to the upside once again. Let me just check here where price can go to retrace. Yeah, this would be ideal for price to come back here to this inverted fair value gap. But moving outside from the first presented fair value gap would be kind of strange as well. Let me just check here this projection. So implied fit, yeah. I will clean this a little bit more. Yeah, I'm still waiting here. There's nothing I can do. It was a straight move to the downside without any type of green candles serving as a retrace to let me in. So nice rejection here on event horizon and the 15-minute fair value gap as well. So we are kind of leaving the first presented fair value gap, tapping the 1.5 standard deviation. A nice move here to the downside as well. That's unfortunate that that we have no opportunity to get in here. I could have entered, but it needed to be some sort of an aggressive entry here around this inverted fair value gap. And I was not willing to do so. Let me check the 2 minute here. Yeah, let's see if price can come to event horizon once again on the 2 minute. That would give us a nice entry. So far, 8:30 open is holding. 9:30 open will eventually hold as well. Still waiting. Nice retouch here on the 15 minutes. As you can see, price is now inside of the opening. So in between, I mean, 9:30 open and 8:30 open. So you can stay there for some time. That's why I'm still waiting as well. So price kind of stopped here at minus 1.5. Right now we have some sort of an SMT in between ES and NQ on these lows. I'm kind of afraid to enter here because price can eventually come back here, take out this liquidity. That's why I'm kind of hesitant. Let me just check once again the regular trading hours. Yeah, this is a sell side point here on the regular trading hours. Yeah, it seems like the market will leave without me. In fact, it's taking some time here. I mean, the first presented fair value gap usually acts as a good support. That's why it took so long to ES to take this out. Yeah, I guess I missed it. honestly. Yeah, I'm still waiting at this point. Still waiting. I really didn't get any chance, and there's no model in here. So midnight open. We already hit minus 2.5 standard deviation, so price will eventually take a retrace here. But well, on the 2 minute, it's really a straight move to the downside. Let me just check here. Yeah, that 10 handle stop. Yeah, nice retracement here. Let me just check the 2 minute. Yeah, it made an entry here on the fair value gap. It really feels like the market wants to make another low. But we have midnight open right here. And we already reached the wick. And we stopped right at the wick. So I would preferably look for a retrace into 830 probably. Minus 1.5 standard deviation and then look for a continuation lower. That would be an ideal scenario. And in the meantime, 1050 macro is also approaching. Let me just look at NQ on the regular trading hours. So yeah, we took buy side. This was an SMT. We already took this sell side liquidity on NQ. Yeah, but we still have more room to go. I could have entered here, but I didn't like how price just left all this open. Now kind of was afraid that the first presented fair value gap would act as a trampoline to come and rebalance these imbalances. That's why I did not uh, enter around here. So yeah, at this point I will wait. There's nothing that I can do. The best entry would have been here, but I had no green candle to enter. It was a straight move to the downside, leaving a lot of people behind. Only those who like to open positions aggressively could eventually um, take part of that move. There we go. Price is retracing. I'm glad I stayed out of the way of price. Back to the first presented fair value gap. Selling inside -2 standard deviation is usually not a good idea, honestly. Usually it tends to make some things like this. So nice displacement here. We are approaching the 950 macro as well. So at this point, I'm not sure if I want to be bullish once again, since we left some liquidity behind. Price really came back here. If we really invert this one, then we could work on some more lower targets, but it doesn't seem like that. So at this point, we have an SMT in between ES and NQ, which is right here. Yeah, NQ took all this liquidity out and ES was not able to do it. And we kind of will take this one out as well. And we kind of are reacting aggressively. Let me just check the 2 minutes. Curious to see if price will just go through this. Yeah, at this point, I'm glad I didn't sell in any of these points here as well, because I would have targeted price to come for the sell side liquidity as the regular trading hours, and probably would have gone stopped out. At this point, ES is entering the 15-minute fair value gap that he left behind, leaving another wick behind on the 1 hour. But even here, there's no model for me because we didn't take this low out. So I would have not been able to catch this. So perfect rejection here on the 15-minute fair value gap. Midpoint of the first presented fair value gap as well. So 1050 macro is getting into place. There's not much left here. So right now we are playing a rejection here on the first presented fair value gap. It kind of came for a premium array of equilibrium, and it's now getting rejected aggressively. We left these relative equal highs here, which I don't like. Let me just check in Q just to see. Yeah, 830 is acting as resistance right now. So if we manage to revert this fair value gap, I believe this might be another run to the downside. So far, still holding inside. So you can make another high, taking out this liquidity here, or just leaving it. Let me just check it once again here. So we went to -1 as a retrace. Yeah, we kind of we didn't manage to go to equilibrium still. Yeah, but it will be another run at this point. think I will hold here a little bit because I have I have a feeling that we will move a little bit higher just to take out this one and then displace once again. I'm not quite sure. A nice rejection here. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, we'll try this one. Not the best entry, but we will see. Yeah, so far not liking how price is really pushing here. If it comes above 830 open, I think I will cut this off. At this point, I would like to see a nice rejection at 830 with price coming down until eventually midnight open. Price kind of slowed down. It slowed a little bit down, but I'm really not liking how price is not able to close below this inverted fair value gap. I would like to see it close below. Now let's see if we will have some follow through here. We are still inside a macro, so let's wait a bit. Price is kind of slow here. I guess it's reaching support at this at the wick of, at the daily wick that we have here. So it's lacking speed right now. So price is inside once again of this inverted fair value gap, and it's getting a speed to the upside. Honestly, not liking how this is behaving. So at this point, we got another rejection here at the midpoint of this inverted fair value gap. But honestly, I'm not liking how price is slowing down here. At this point, I would like to see some speed to the downside. It's not happening. Yeah, really not liking how this is behaving. Oops. Oh well. Yeah, it seems like ES is kind of stubborn right now. I really would like to see 830 open acting as resistance, but at this point, I really start to have some mixed feelings about this position. Mm-mm. Still waiting. Still waiting for something. So at this point, the macro already is over, already ended. We are posted past 11, so it's a tricky spot to be, honestly. Let me just check for how long we are in this trade. It's been 18 minutes. Not that long, but the way the market is acting, it's um it's consuming a lot of mental capital, honestly. Market is not moving at all. And I will probably take the majority out here. I don't like how price is behaving here, honestly. It's kind of frustrating. 20 minutes in and we didn't move at all. So I guess it's a good risk management to take the majority out. If it wants to come lower, it will, and I will take some profits, but otherwise, I'm just protecting myself here. it's not a position that right now it's not a position that I can see it with the same eyes that I've seen it when it came when I entered, because we have a lot of liquidity. A lot of sellers right now are trying to sell this, doing the same thing probably. If it follows through, yeah, that's okay. That's all right. But if not, I at least I managed to put myself in a position where I don't lose 1 hour. And if it wants to give me something like the daily fair value gap or previous day low, even if I stretch it to previous day low, I could get 1 hour from here just with one micro. So I will just wait. And in the meantime, I will just grab some more water. So be right back, guys. So yeah, just give me a minute. I will just grab some more water. See, this is what I was afraid of. Yeah. I think it was a good choice to take the majority out here. And I will probably cut this off because I don't like how this is behaving. Yeah. And now it will probably not give me any retrace just to be able to close this position. Well, at least I'm happy that I managed to get away from a 1 hour loss. Oh yeah, I think at this point it will go for these highs unless we can move lower back below the midpoint of this inverted fair value gap. Otherwise, we will head higher. Really annoying price action, honestly. So right now we took out this high, these highs, I mean, but yeah, I don't think it will get the follow through that we wanted. It will probably target these relative equal highs here first. Well, but at least we managed to lose. If we lose something, we managed to lose just some pocket change and not a full 1 hour stop, which is very important to preserve our account. This is what we call um, risk management and money management. So yeah, I will cut this off here. Mm, 830 rejected here, followed by displacement. Let's see if now we will get that follow through that we wanted, or if it's just another wick to move to the upside. And it seems like that. I would like to see close below, outside of this inverted fair value gap. What time is it? 11:20. Oh well. Such a boring market today, honestly. It was unfortunate that we missed the first sell, the first short. I guess next time I have to be a bit more aggressive with my entries. Right here at the breaker. Yeah, I'll cut this off. I don't like how this is behaving. So yeah, I guess this marks the end of the stream as well. So just a small drawdown here, nothing special. So at least we managed to protect ourselves from a major drawdown or something like a 1 hour drawdown. Yeah, I kind of saw this entry here, but I was waiting for some green candle to just retrace into the breaker or eventually into the inverted fair value gap. Yeah, it did not happen. So I was watching the whole run to the downside, and then as soon as it entered the first presented fair value gap, I kind of consider it to enter some short here, but yeah, I preferred not to, since it was kind of messy here and there was no model. Um, and then when it reached midnight open, yeah, then I decided not to enter at all. And then I was expecting something like a retrace back into the first presented fair value gap, followed by another hit to the downside, but it never came. So now I believe we will do something like this, because there's a lot of liquidity resting right now. So down here, so I believe we will eventually take out this high, and faking some sort of exit from a bullish exit from this first presented fair value gap, and then move lower. This is probably what I'm expecting from price action in the next couple of minutes. But yeah, it was kind of a shame that I didn't enter here. I really would like to enter somewhere around here, but it never came back to offer me that bounce. But it's okay. I think I did a good job anyways. I kind of anticipated a new move lower. It never gave it to me, but then I managed to close the majority here and the rest of the micro here. So I guess this marks the end of the stream as well. So there will be more the next week, Monday eventually. And yeah, thank you for being there. Thank you for watching. Have a nice weekend. Stay safe, and hope to see you next Monday as well. Thank you very much, guys.